Hey, so what's going on, everyone? So, I wanted to come on real quick, and I know that's a bad way to start any video, right? Because you know the conversation is going to be super long. But that's not where I want to go to, and I hope that you're still here while you're watching, and this is like literally seconds of this video going. And pretty much this video is going to be about talking about why I believe taking a break is super important. That's pretty much it. And the only reason why I say this is because I have come to a crazy, amazing adventure of life where I see myself now and I come to a conclusion or a resolution, as wherever you want to put it, that life is both simple and complicated. And here's why. We all try to be something or someone where at the same time we're trying to be someone else. And let me explain what I mean. So many times we see our heroes and we see people that we admire and we want to be like them. So we start doing everything we can to be exactly like them. And then in some sort of way we become like them. And then we realize that it comes to an abrupt point that you face hard facts where you lose yourself because you were trying to become someone else instead of finding yourself. And that's why I say life is both simple and complicated, and it's a journey that we're going by. And so many times trying to become that thing or trying to reach a certain level, we seem to just zoom past everything that is around us. Everything. Doesn't matter who it is, what it is. I mean, if we need it at that moment, we're going to use it. And if it's a part of what we're doing, we're going to do it. And we miss what's really important through that life process. Getting to your end goal, in other words. It's the journey. And I know you've heard this so many times, but I want you to look at it a little deeper and realize that the journey is super important in your life. Because every part of it, just think of it like this, every part of it, once you're past that part, you're not getting it back. You used it up, you used that time, it's not coming back to you. And I've realized this, oddly, by observation of my own self, as one day I was in the mirror and I was looking at myself and I realized, because every time that I look at myself in the mirror, I just look and I'm telling myself, man, you're so handsome, man, you're so, positive stuff. And then I realized and I paused and I looked at myself and I was like, wow, this is the last time that I'm gonna look like this. And then the next time I look myself in the mirror, I'm like, this is the last time I'm gonna look like this. And every time that I come back to look at the mirror, I realize that it's the last time that I'm gonna look the way I look at that moment. Because in the life that we live as humans, we only have a certain extent of life. Unless we discover a way to live forever, or we find the tree of life and we live forever, right? But in between that time, because we don't know when it's gonna happen, but I believe it could happen, we could possibly live forever. We literally ignore everything, but if we just stop and enjoy every single moment, and it's hard to do because life gets complicated. Again, it's very simple and it's very complicated. Life can get very complicated by the goals that we're trying to reach, by the levels, everything else that we're trying to improve in our life, or just drama that is in our life, chaos, tragedy, whatever the case may be. But life is a journey. And the way you look at your journey, the way you go through your journey is ultimately up to you. But if you could have a choice, because I know we say this, a lot of us say this, when we say that if we could just go back in time, what if we had that moment where we could travel back in time? But we always say, what could we do then? Instead of thinking, what if in 30 years, what would I say that I could change now? And I know it's a very, very, again, simple, complex to think about. But the sole purpose of this is to discover and enjoy the discovery. Every single part of it, the good and the bad. Be grateful that in the bad you are learning, you're growing, because that's where the growing takes place. When you're stretched and you're pulled and it's torn and everything is everywhere, you come back and you regenerate and you heal, and that process is your building. Because whatever you're building in that moment, however you recover, it's how you're gonna move forward in your journey, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Those who believe in anything spiritual. So again, in this story, the only thing that I wanted you to know is to stop, take a break, enjoy the moments, enjoy the process, enjoy what you're doing right now. Right now, I know you have a goal, I know you have issues that are going on, but enjoy that moment that you're in, whether it be bad or good. I know it's very hard, again, very simple, complicated to enjoy bad moments, but take it and just grab. You don't have to literally enjoy that moment, be like, weirdly serial killer kind of like, I enjoy this, terrible moment. No. What I mean is take that moment and be 100% there. If you're sad, be sad. If you're happy, be happy. But don't go out of those boundaries and just overdo it with happy and just go crazy and overdo it with sadness, because too much of a good thing can become a bad thing. So, and vice versa. Can too much of a bad thing become a good thing? But that's another story that we need to go into. But that's what I wanted to tell you today. Take a break and enjoy life. Thanks for watching.